All right. Good morning and welcome to the WSJM Morning Show. I'm Ken Lundberg.
It's already 7 o'clock.
It is 7 o'clock. Look at that. Does that feel good? 7 o'clock?
Uh-huh.
All right. Okay. It's Tuesday, September 16th, 7 a.m., bright and early. And we have special guests in the studio this morning. We have Hagar Township Supervisor Izzy DiMaggio, who's getting his notes together there. Some of those look familiar. I used a green highlighter. What'd you use? Oh, you used red.
Red
yellow,
underscore.
Okay.
Different things. Yeah.
So we're going to talk about a lot of fun things. We'll talk about that here in a moment. And we'll also have Sarah Spoonholtz in the house. She's not a guest co-host today. She is today a guest co-host and Southwest Michigan Regional Chamber stuff.
Ta 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 ta.
Ta ta ta. You have a day job, Southwest Michigan Regional Chamber. But Izzy DiMaggio's here. Has agreed to come into the studio again. Thank you for getting up and coming in this hour.
You're welcome. I think I made it here. That's a major plus. So everything might go downhill from here, but at least I made it here. So.
How was the drive in? Anybody else on the roadway?
Yes, there's people on the roadway. I was behind one of those black buses, those government secret programs. I was behind that. Okay. And went by Modern Plastics, already working there. A whole bunch of people already working.
They have the lights on and everything, big bright lights?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
doing it in the middle of the night.
This is an unusual time of day.
It's a great time of day.
I don't do this for anybody else other than the two people sitting in this room.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. So I understand why you would get up early for the WSJM morning show.
Right.
But why in the world for Sarah Spoonholtz?
Sarah puts on the best show in town.
Thank you, Godfather.
She puts on the best show in town where she'll have 700 people at 6:30 in the morning at Lake Michigan College for
true. That's a great
annual
event.
Chamber of Commerce recognition breakfast. Is that close?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so when Sarah calls, what are you going to do? You got to say
true.
yes.
It's true.
Got to say yes.
Yeah, it makes sense. Makes perfect sense. Izzy is here to talk about a number of things with Hagar Township, but I reached out because the Hagar Township board is considering adopting a resolution saying something about AxMITax. There's a proposed initiative that's currently in its signature gathering phase, and to get on the ballot in 2026 that would basically eliminate property taxes, all property taxes, whether it's commercial or residential in Michigan. And after that, it's kind of like, I don't know. What's the gambit after that? It would direct the state to increase how much money it would send to municipalities, but then there's no fallback on how that would happen or what would happen if there's an economic downturn. But what's your position on this AxMITax proposal?
Well, it sounds great, right? No property taxes for your home. My family has a business, no property taxes for the business. It sounds great, but how are you going to replace that? Okay. And the comments are that the state will take care of us. Okay. I heard you this morning. The state can't even agree on a budget, right?
Right. Yeah.
So they're facing the government shutdown. Now, the main opposition I have, and I've talked to our board members, and a lot of them agree. We haven't done anything official yet. But right now, the people can have the government that they want, okay? If you want police and fire, if you want water and sewer, if you want ambulance, you decide by approving or rejecting a millage, okay? If this thing goes through, it takes away all local control. And I'm big on local control. Nobody does it better than townships, cities, and villages. Nobody. If you got a problem, you live in a city or a village, you go to a meeting, you go to the office, and you're going to find somebody there. I'm at the office 4 or 5 days a week. Everybody has my cell phone number. They can get a hold of me. If you got a problem with state government, what do? You call the state.
You sit on hold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hang on 1 second. We're going to come back. We're going to get our local news in. We're going to have more from Izzy DiMaggio. We're going to get a quick update from Sarah Spoonholtz on Southwest Michigan Regional Chamber. It's all coming up right here on the WSJM Morning Show.
Is tomorrow.
When you need extra cash, go to 27cash.com. That's 27cash.com. 27cash.com.
WSJM News Now. Team coverage from the WSJM Newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
7:05, it's the WSJM Morning Show. Good morning and welcome again. I'm Ken Lundberg. It's Tuesday, September 16th. and very happy to have friends in the studio this morning. Izzy DiMaggio is here. He's the supervisor for Hagar Township. Also here, Sarah Spoonholtz, Southwest Michigan Regional Chamber. We'll get a quick update from the chamber in just a couple of moments, and then we're talking with Izzy this morning about a number of things Hagar Township related, including the township's proposal to pass a resolution opposing the AxMITax initiative that's currently circulating and gathering signatures to try to get on the ballot in November of 2026. So we'll talk about that. Did I characterize that correctly?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we'll talk about that in just a moment with Izzy DiMaggio on the WSJM Morning Show. First off, we've got to get some news. Before that, let's get some weather forecasting in. The forecast for today is just going to be beautiful. Mostly sunny. How is it in the Hagar Township? You get all this sunshine over there?
Yes. Not yet, of course. It's
Well,
pitch
yeah.
black. You people that you guys are vampires or something. I don't know.
Izzy is definitely
No.
turning to a morning person. I can tell.
No.
Mostly,
I would starve.
mostly-
If I had to do this, I would starve.
mostly sunny skies expected today. In the warmest spots of Southwest Michigan, around 86 degrees. It's probably going to be closer to 80, maybe in the upper 70s by the lakeshore. Tonight's forecast, mostly clear, a low of 57. Wednesday, mostly sunny, a high of 86. Thursday, mostly sunny, a high of 87. And the lows are only going to get into the upper 50s. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're going to have sunshine, but also some clouds and a slight chance of rain late on Friday and then throughout the days on Saturday and Sunday. Just a chance of it. Detroit Tigers were off yesterday. They will play against the Cleveland Guardians in Detroit today. First pitch is at 6:40 p.m. We'll have the full sports report from Dave Wolf, the sign-stealing Dave Wolf,
Yes.
coming up in just a few minutes. All right, first off, from the WSJM newsroom, some of the local news stories that we're following. Authorities say a Berrien Springs man is now facing charges after an armed robbery early Sunday morning in Orinoco Township. Officers were called to the BP Primart on M139 at around 1:30 a.m. Following a holdup alarm, investigators say 39-year-old Joshua Michael Bevins produced a handgun and fired past an employee before fleeing with an undisclosed amount of cash. No one was injured, thankfully. About 2 hours later, police located the suspect at a speedway station in Berrien Springs. When officers tried to make contact, he fled in his vehicle and drove into the St. Joseph River at the end of a dead-end street. He was arrested shortly afterward and taken to the Berrien County Jail. Bevins is charged now with armed robbery, fleeing police, and felony firearm possession. The Berrien County Health Department is recognizing Baby Safety Month by urging parents to follow safe sleep guidelines. Nurse Family Partnership Coordinator Dorothy Parker says infants should always sleep on their backs and never share a bed.
No pillows, blankets, stuffed animals, because they can accidentally cover the baby's face.
She also cautions against letting babies sleep in car seats when they're outside of vehicles.
If the car seat is in the car, the child's neck is upright, but if it's like sitting on a table or something, that can cause a bend in the child's neck and could cut off breathing.
Parker says updated car seat laws took effect in April, and the health department can help families understand those changes if necessary. And Michigan lawmakers are weighing changes to how the state funds roadways, including higher registration fees for electric vehicles. Because EV drivers don't pay gas taxes, they currently pay about $160 annually in registration fees, but that could increase by about $100. Jane McCurry of Clean Fuels Michigan says she supports road funding, but wants EV drivers treated fairly as well.
And there's a formula written into statute that electric vehicle tax increases $5 for every cent that the gas tax goes up.
She notes EVs make up only a fraction of Michigan's vehicles and that raising fees would have little budget impact.
Even if we were to increase EV taxes on Michigan drivers by $100, it would make up less than 0.25% of all of the annual funding going toward Michigan roads. So it's just not a good place to look when we're trying to increase the total pot of funding here.
There are about 85,000 EVs currently registered in Michigan, or roughly about 1% of all vehicles. That's a look at some of the news that we're following from the WSJM newsroom. We have more to talk about, including this hour. We've got special guests in the studio. Izzy DiMaggio is the supervisor for Hagar Township. Good morning, and thanks again for joining us, Izzy.
Good morning.
We'll talk to you about AxMITax in just a moment. the proposed ballot initiative. But right now, let's get a quick update from Sarah Spoonholt, Southwest Michigan Regional Chamber, and then we'll get into sports. Sarah, good morning and welcome again to the WSJM Newsroom.
Good morning, Ken.
Thanks for joining us. We appreciate you. You're not here in co-host capacity today, but you're here in chamber capacity.
I am.
Tell us what's going on with the chamber.
Yeah, so we've got a lot of great things happening.
And Izzy, pipe in with any questions that you have for Sarah.
Oh, yeah, just me. He
Keep
does.
her on her toes.
Yeah. And also, good morning, Field Marshal Kolovis.
Very nice. Is he texting? Is Peter?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'll check.
He should be here, by the way.
Yeah, we'll bring him in at some point.
Bring him in. Yep.
So coming up with the chamber, we've got tomorrow, we do have a ribbon cutting from 1 until 3 at Century 21 affiliated in Niles for their official grand opening. That will be with the Greater Niles Chamber and the Southwest Michigan Regional Chamber, as well as the Buchanan Chamber of Commerce. So that kind of kicks off the fun and festivities for us, right?
Very nice.
And then we go into also on this week, Thursday, we've got a third Thursday with the Greater Niles Chamber as well at the Embers in Niles. It is an event venue, and that'll be from 4 until 5 on Thursday. Next week, we've got a super busy week. I don't know what happened. It went from being like quiet and relaxed.
Summer ended. That's what happened. People got back from vacation.
Touche.
Yeah.
Touche. So next week, we've got a virtual tax law changes with Hungerford CPAs and advisors. Going to cover what it means for your business. That's happening on Monday. It will be available for you to view from the comfort of your home or work office.
Very nice.
And then on Wednesday, we've got the grand opening and ribbon cutting for Wendy's in St. Joseph.
Oh.
That'll be at 10 a.m. They, of course, have gone through a massive remodel.
Big time.
That happened starting back in June. They officially reopened to the public on September 11th. We're celebrating the ribbon cutting, so they've got a lot of fun and festivities planned.
Are they the square burger people? Do they make the square burgers?
No.
Oh, okay.
Round.
Okay. Are they round burgers? Do you know? I don't know.
Where's that?
Wendy's.
Yeah,
Is it Wendy's or
round.
Arby's that has the square
I think
burgers?
Wendy's.
Is it
I
Wendy's?
think
Maybe
so.
it's. I don't know.
Anyway. All right.
Anyway.
Keep going.
Wendy will be on
I
site.
digress.
And also, apparently, news to me, but they actually have a mascot named Frosty as well. So Frosty will be there too. So Wendy and Frosty, opportunity for you to meet them and to enjoy. They'll have cake and all the super fun things happening. On Thursday, the 25th, we've got a ribbon cutting with Benton Charter Township for the connection of the water lines with the water plant.
Oh, yeah.
More details are coming on that. I
Okay.
don't have all of them
It's a
yet.
fluid situation.
It's a very fluid situation. Well played, but shh. And then next Thursday night, we are at the Aesthetics Lounge and Spa in St. Joseph for business after hours. That will be from 5 until 7. They've got a fun, relaxed, but also informative evening plan. They've got hors d'oeuvres, alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages.
Oh, nice.
And then you've got some fun giveaways and some additional information that is happening. So it's a great opportunity for you to stop in. And one other thing I just want to put on people's calendars, there's also a special press release. Actually, 2 things. I lied. Sorry. 2 things I want to put on calendars. There is a press conference coming up with Meals on Wheels Senior Nutrition Services that is going to happen on Wednesday morning, the 24th. We should have more details on our website shortly about that. Also, the official groundbreaking for Project T in downtown Benton Harbor happening Tuesday, September 30th at 10 a.m. Speaking engagements will start at 10:30, and we're incredibly excited about that. That is, of course, the new transformative development that is tied in with Harbor Habitat for Humanity.
Long time in the making,
Yes.
long time in
So
the
we're,
developing. Okay.
Honored to be part of that. Definitely looking forward to it. And that's just a small fraction of the events. You can head to our website, smrchamber.com. to see the full list of all the things, learn more about what's happening with the chamber, and then also head down to greaternilschamber.com as well to get more information about what's happening there.
Ton of information. Thank you, Sarah. Appreciate it.
You're
Yes,
welcome.
Izzy, go.
Can I jump in real quick?
Yeah, please do.
A couple weeks ago, Sarah, Jasmine, the whole crew put on an open house, a ribbon cutting for our Benton Harbor St. Joseph Elks Club.
Yeah.
It was an exceptional event.
Thank you.
Thank you for being there. I've been a member for 44 years. And so it was just a pleasure to have you guys there. We had
Thank
a
you.
nice crowd, and Jasmine and Sarah do a magnificent job.
They do a great
Thank you.
job. They do a great
Appreciate that.
job. Good job. You got kudos from Izzy.
I now.
It's a good morning.
It is a great morning.
All right. Sarah Spoon-Holtz with Southwest Michigan Regional Chamber. Thank you for the update.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that. And as you heard, Izzy DiMaggio is in the studio as well. He's the supervisor for Hagar Township. Izzy, good morning, and thanks for joining us.
Good morning.
We
and
appreciate
thanks
it.
for having me.
Absolutely. Yes. In a nutshell, tell us a little bit about what we've asked you here to talk about today, which is Hagar Township is considering a resolution to oppose a proposed ballot initiative that's in the signature gathering stage right now. It's not yet officially on the ballot, but they're gathering signatures. And on its surface, it seems like a good idea. Get rid of property taxes. It's called AxMITax. But your position on this?
Okay. The main position, the main reason I oppose it, it takes away total local control. Right now,
how does it do that?
Okay. So right now we spread 1.75 mills. We're one of the lowest communities in Southwest Michigan as far as millage rates.
Yeah.
It's going to take away our mills for public safety. It's going to take away our mills for parks, recreation, all that sort of stuff. It takes that away. So, and the promise is that the state of Michigan will take care of us. Well, anybody that's had to deal with the state of Michigan, and I do have a question, for those that support this thing, okay? I wonder how many people actually have worked for a township, a city, or a village. Dealing with the state of Michigan is a nightmare. There used to be a thing called unfunded mandates where the state if they passed a law or legislation that says townships, cities, villages, you
Come
have
closer to the
this.
microphone,
Get
Izzy.
up on the mic.
Okay, so you have to do this. Well, they're supposed to fund it. Doesn't always happen. Recently, the state took away local control for townships, cities, villages to be able to permit renewable facilities.
Yeah, the solar farms. Yeah.
Yeah. So you live in Bainbridge. I live in Hagar. People that in Royalton or Orinoco Township, if somebody wants to put in a big wind or solar farm, you have absolutely zero right to raise an objection or for the local government to authorize a permit or not.
Yeah.
It's taken away from them. It's been given to a place called the Michigan Public Service Commission. Now, what does the Michigan Public Service Commission know about the needs and wants of Bainbridge Township residents or Orinoco? That's just a small example. So you take away your police, fire, water and sewer, all those things that communities do. And those communities do it because the local residents, they want that.
Yeah.
All right. They could certainly stop a police or fire department or a water sewer by just saying, no, we don't want it. We're going to vote down, a local millage for it.
Right.
That's gone. Now, to replace this, and nobody's really sure how we're going to replace. I've heard the number $16 billion.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true or not, but I've heard that number that the state's got to come up with that. They're going to increase the weed taxes and cigarettes.
Right. Alcohol, weed, marijuana.
Statutory revenue sharing.
Yeah.
Maybe, it's supposedly going to increase that. What happens if there's a downturn in the state's economy?
Sure.
Where's that money going to come from?
Yeah.
What guarantees do we have that the state is going to be able to do that? And again, we just briefly talked about this. The state can't even put together a budget that the school districts needed months ago so they can start planning their efforts instead of borrowing money. So it is very, very scary to me personally. I did mention this at our last board meeting. I think a lot of our board members agree. So I will probably have a draft of a resolution at our next board meeting saying that we oppose this. So
okay. All right. Izzy DiMaggio is the supervisor for Hagar Township, and we'll continue this conversation in just a moment on the video live stream. And we've got sports on the radio. If you have questions, feel free to put them into the video chat. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, and we also have the WSJM app up and operating right now. It's 7:19. Back with more in just a moment here on WSJM. Okay, we're still on the video live stream. I was looking at the Michigan Municipal League website because they have a new search tool on there that you can put in the county and the township or the village or whatever it is, and you put in the municipality, and it can tell you what the estimated tax loss for that entity would be. For Hagar Township, if AxMITax were to happen, based on 2022 numbers, the estimated tax loss would be $5,166,032.
The-
How big of a hit is that for Hagar Township? Sorry, Sarah.
Right now we're paying $90,000 for Medic One ambulance, full-time ambulance service. We're paying about $225,000 a year to maintain our roads with the road department. We're spending over $100,000 on our parks. We just had an emergency come up. We're part of the bluff at our Hagar Park and Beach, the dog-friendly beach, by the way. We had to spend $115,000 unbudgeted, unanticipated. So, I mean, that's a major hit for our residents, just as an example with our small community.
Yeah. Sarah, you were going to say?
Really quickly before I have to scoot. But the other part of this is it will likely take at least 2 years for the state to, so if this gets passed, it goes in effect 60 days after it gets passed.
Right.
But it could take up to 2 years for Lansing to actually have it into the budget for like the communities that'll be impacted by it to actually get the funding. So, I mean, you think about it, that's 2 years without guarantee of ambulance services. That's 2 years without guarantee of police and fire. It's 2 years without maintenance for parks potentially. I mean, there's a lot that, people are not realizing. They're just seeing like, well, no property taxes, but they're not realizing the impact or even funding for our schools. Like it could be incredibly impactful if it does go through.
Yeah, good points. Thank you for that. We're talking with Sarah Swoonholtz, Southwest Michigan Regional Chamber, and then also Izzy DiMaggio, Hagar Township. And I like how you ease people into the morning. I'm trying to make. I thought I did. No, you're good. No wonder you're not a morning person because your gun's blazing. Whenever Izzy is here,
this is it. I'm going to give you all I got.
No, this is good. This is good. No, we appreciate it.
When Izzy is incredibly passionate about something, like you can just
tell
he is incredibly passionate about something.
No, this is good.
Well, I'm Sicilian, so that's probably, I have no choice. Right? That's in my genes. That's in my blood.
Love it. I love it. All right, we're going to get back onto the radio here. It's the WSJM Morning Show.
Mostly sunny skies today. Inland, we'll see high temperatures in the middle 80s. Along the lakeshore, we're going to be 80 to about 82 degrees for the high today. Clear skies tonight, very comfortable in the overnight hours. Will drop down to 57. And then for tomorrow, mostly sunny. Again, high temperatures, middle 80s inland and low 80s right along the lakeshore. I'm WSBT 22 Chief Meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
The Morning Show with Ken Lundberg on WSJM.
7:23. It's the WSJM Morning Show for Tuesday, September 16th. I'm Ken Lundberg here. My guest this morning is Izzy DiMaggio. He's the supervisor for Hagar Township. We got off to a good start. You got a lot there. How's Hagar Township going?
We're doing well. I was there yesterday and everything was fine. So yeah, we're doing good.
You were there today.
Not yet. No.
Oh, okay.
Well, not in the office.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, we're doing fine. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for asking.
Good. So you sent me some information on AxMITax, your views on AxMITax, and you're not opposed to seeing property taxes eliminated. You're okay with that. This is what it says here. It says, while I would love to see property taxes eliminated, not only for our home, but also for our business, we can't depend on the state to act in the best interest of our citizens.
I mean, it sounds great.
Right.
Okay, but the solution that these people are putting out there
isn't
it's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Okay. There's no guarantees that the state will refund the things that we will lose.
Yeah.
Public safety, ambulance, parks, recreation, the whole 9 yards. There's no guarantees on that. And anybody that's dealt with a state, I've been doing this about 45 years.
Yeah.
And anybody that's dealt with the state of Michigan over a period of time, you cannot count on them. You cannot depend on them. Okay. Now, we've got a great a senator in our area, Eric Nesbitt.
Yeah. I'm
a big fan, but unfortunately, there aren't a whole lot of Eric Nesbitts in Lansing. So
yeah,
what they're talking about replacing the basic services is scary, and it is doubtful that they can fulfill their promises.
I've gone to the website for the AxMITax, and I look at it, and I got to say, frankly, there's not a lot of depth to what they're putting out there. And other than property taxes are too high, and some people are losing their home over a pittance, right? Because of the property taxes. And I mean, that's a whole nother topic about how the state mandates foreclosure and auction to collect the taxes, property taxes. That's a whole nother issue. However, what it does raise for me is, okay, well, if the argument is, let's put the very attractive thought out there of, let's get rid of property taxes. Is that really what they're after, is to get rid of property taxes and make it more fair? Or is there an ulterior motive?
I don't know. I really don't know what's going on. I think there's an ulterior motive. I think it sounds great so they can get everybody to approve it. But you know,
what would it do? It would destabilize the system of how governments are funded, wouldn't it?
Totally, absolutely destabilize it. Yeah, there's no guarantees. There's, what are they going to do? Increase the marijuana tax? They're going to increase state shared revenues. Sounds great. But let's go back a second. And one of the arguments is that people are losing their homes. They talk about 400 parcels went up for sale. Half those parcels are probably in Hagar Township. And they're parcels that are landlocked and people can't build on. You don't hear that. Back in the day, if you bought a subscription to Chicago Herald, you got a free lot in Hagar Township. Well, a lot of it was underwater and stuff like that, So Brett Wachowski, when he was treasurer, Shelley, the current treasurer, they work with people. They don't want to put people out of their homes. And I think it's a scare tactic. One of the things that we were accused of is we have excessive taxation. Well, again, that's garbage. Okay. I'm secretary of the board of review. I'm at every board review meeting. If people feel that their taxes are too high, the assessments, they can come in. Nobody's come in 15 years that I've been in my current position that's saying that they're going to lose their house. So it's a scare tactic.
Yeah. So what have you been hearing starting after you put it out there that you thought this AxMITax was not the right way to go?
People in the audience some are board members. When we discussed it, they say, yeah, it sounds great, but what guarantees do we have? They're afraid that the state can that these people can promise that the state's going to do all this.
Yeah.
Have you heard from our legislators? What do they say? Do they guarantee us? Will they guarantee that we're going to get $90,000 a year for Medic One?
Yeah.
Will they guarantee, put it in writing, that we're going to get $250,000 that we spend every year to maintain the roads? And that's just out of the allocated millage we get. It's not because of one of the extra voted millage. So you don't hear from the state legislators saying, yeah, we'll cover you, don't worry about it. Well,
yeah.
So that's what's scary about this.
So the fear here is that once, if this were to get on the ballot and it were to pass, and the state would be directed within 60 days to stop the whole property tax mechanism, that the state would then be kind of frozen. They wouldn't be able to figure out how to get money back to municipalities. And if they were, the amounts wouldn't be what municipalities have budgeted for.
Absolutely correct. There's no guarantees. So that's the unknown.
Yeah.
And the unknown is terrifying.
Well, what if it works out? What if it's okay?
If it's sure. If it works out, great.
Government always gets their budget work done on time, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
Okay. It's the WSJM Morning Show, 729. We've got to get a couple messages in here. We're talking with Izzy DiMaggio. He's the supervisor at Hagar Township, a longtime fixture of Southwest Michigan in community service. So we'll continue that conversation here on the video live stream in just a moment. First off, we've got to get some financial news in from Bloomberg after these messages.
United Way of...
All right. Is this a Republican or Democrat issue? We're on the video live stream still.
It's a good question, because I know there's some groups that are Republican that are supporting it. So I don't think it's a Republican or Democrat. I just think it's just an issue that is a hot topic, and people think that they can get a whole bunch of people to sign petitions. And on its surface, who would be against eliminating property taxes?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love to have it happen, but
Doesn't
this-
it go to the fundamental of how you fund a government?
Absolutely. And the best part of this thing is the local governments, the citizens in local governments, they can determine what type of government they have. Okay. If you want to have a police department, as an example, we don't have our own police department, but we share with Michigan State Police.
Yeah.
Chuck Height does a great job with the sheriff's department. So our folks don't want our own police department. We don't feel we need it. We don't have water and sewer throughout the township. They don't want it. They don't need it. So we have that choice. Okay.
Yeah.
But if you start taking away the millage we have for ambulance or the millage we have for our fire department and our fire truck millage, then what happens? Is the state going to buy us fire trucks? I mean, I don't see it anywhere written where, when we need to replace our fire trucks, how's that going to happen?
Is it clear to you in the initiative language or in the ballot proposal that existing obligations would continue to be made whole?
No.
It's not clear.
It's not clear to me. No. I have yet to hear. I've yet to hear any of these state legislators say, "Yeah, we'll replace everything that you've lost." What happens again if the economy, slows down?
Right.
And revenue sharing, we get revenue sharing now, basically on money that we send to Lansing for our taxes and so forth, income tax. Who's to say that they might need to increase sales tax or income tax? There's nothing in this proposal says that they would never do that, right?
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything.
Yeah.
So if they can't fund it at the existing funding now, they're gonna have to find it somewhere. And boy, it's wide open with the state.
Yeah. We're talking with Izzy DiMaggio. He is the supervisor for Hagar Township. And I'm just looking here for the AxMITax petition because I think it's fair we have both sides represented. And so let's look at the language of that. Okay. Sorry, the type is so small and it's so early in the morning. I know. Does this happen? Does this happen when I get seasoned? My eyesight starts going. Okay, here it is. Let's see, 30 seconds. Can I read it? Constitutional amendment to prohibit state, county, or municipal property taxes. Requires 60% of voters to approve local taxes. Require a 2/3 vote of both the state house and Senate to increase any state tax to raise revenue by more than 0.1% over 5 years. Increased percentage of state sales tax revenue distributed to local governments from 15% for municipalities only to 20% for municipalities and 10% for counties. Require that municipalities and counties receive 10% of tax revenue from income, marijuana, alcohol, tobacco. Require that tax revenue be distributed to municipalities and counties to be used only for funding essential government and infrastructure services, and require legislation implementing these requirements. So there you go. That's what it says. We'll get back on the show here. It's the WSJM Morning Show.
Ken and Friends on 94.9 WSJM.
7:33 WSJM Morning Show continues. Is it a lively conversation? I'd say it's a lively conversation.
Absolutely. And the closer you get to deadlines for securing the position, signatures, it's going to heat up. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and they've been out gathering a lot of petitions. So the way the to put an initiative on Michigan's ballot, you have to gather a certain number of signatures. I think it's somewhere between 400 and 600,000, right?
Right. By a certain deadline.
By a certain deadline, and you have a 180-day window to gather those signatures.
Correct.
But it doesn't. When you start gathering the signatures, that is just when you start gathering. If within 180 days you get the required number of signatures, you can turn those in and see if they get validated. But that window keeps moving. So basically, wherever the most signatures you get in that window, if it happens within 180 days, that's when you get on the ballot.
Yeah, and they're talking about the 2026 ballot, I believe.
Right, they are talking about the 2026
the
ballot.
General election, I believe, in November of 2026.
That's right.
That's their goal. Yes.
So on the video live stream, I read the initiative language. Did all of that sound like it has guarantees? Any of that sound like it has any kind of guarantee that there would be a 1-for-1 replacement for municipal governments if property taxes were eliminated?
Well, they're going to do an extra 10% here on additional 10% from the marijuana, alcohol, tobacco, as an example.
Yeah.
Okay, what if those revenues go down? I mean, we're getting flooded by weed shops, right?
Yeah.
So what if that it's reached its peak, and then the revenues start coming down from that? Where are they gonna come up with the additional money? And are they gonna fund every one of the services that we provide by the equal amount of money?
Yeah.
Does it say that in the petition? And does it say that in the language? I don't think so. And yeah.
Do you think, we're talking with Izzy DiMaggio. He's a supervisor for Hagar Township. I'm going to hold my question, and because we have a couple of news things to get to, ABC World and National News Now. We'll continue the conversation with Izzy on the video live stream as well as come back to the radio here. Make it part of the Moody on the Market update in a few minutes on WSJM.
This is ABC News. I'm Sherry Preston. The alleged head of a robbery ring is back behind bars in the Pacific Northwest.
The man accused of targeting celebrities and pro athletes in a string of burglaries and robberies is behind bars in Seattle, pleading not guilty to 10 felony counts. Authorities say despite a long and violent criminal history, a judge allowed 29-year-old Patrick Masonette to walk free on bail with an ankle monitor after he was charged with a home invasion in 2023. They say he cut off that ankle monitor before becoming the ringleader of this recent crime spree.
That's ABC's Perry Russum. Later today, we're expected to find out more details linking 22-year-old Tyler Robinson to the killing of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Robinson expected in court, where murder charges against him will be formally filed. Israel beginning its ground offensive in Gaza as a body of UN experts concludes there is reason to believe Israel is committing genocide. This is ABC News.
WSJM News Now. Team coverage from the WSJM Newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
7:36 WSJM Morning Show continues on your Tuesday. It's the 16th of September. We continue with our special guest, Izzy DiMaggio, in just a moment. He's the supervisor for Hagar Township. We have to get a Hagar Township update because we've been talking about AxMITax, but we'll talk about Hagar Township, okay?
Sure,
all
absolutely.
Right.
Whatever you want to talk about.
All right, we'll talk about that in just a moment. But some of the news that we're covering from the newsroom that we'll give you just after 8 o'clock this morning. Benton Harbor Mayor Marcus Muhammad is in Lansing today to push for action on the state budget. Lawmakers remain divided. Bless you, by the way. They remain divided as the October 1 deadline for getting a budget done approaches. And he's there to talk not only with state lawmakers, but also to attend Governor Gretchen Whitmer's address on the issue. She's expected to talk to lawmakers today, tell them to break the impasse and get a budget done. So we'll talk about that later on. Also, Lake Michigan College has been named the 13th best community college in the nation by financial advisory firm Smart Asset. The school ranked first in Michigan for the second year in a row. So we'll give you a little bit more on that story. And then also up in South Haven, the South Haven City Council has voted down an updated master plan after residents raised concerns about proposed zoning changes. Those stories and more coming up in just a few minutes on the WSJM Morning Show just after 8 o'clock. It's 7:38.
The Michigan.
All right, back on the video live stream. I asked you, Izzy DiMaggio is here with the Hagar Township. He's the supervisor for Hagar Township. I asked you if this is a Republican or a Democrat issue. And you said, well, I don't know if it's either because it's such an attractive proposal for those who don't read the fine print of what it does of, hey, eliminate property taxes. That's great. But then the second question is, well, then how do you fund the services of property taxes? The Republican Party, Berrien County GOP, has been very vocal on this issue. Do you feel like and I'm sorry for the loaded question, do you feel like the Berrien County GOP is reflective of the Republican Party in Berrien County?
No.
Why not?
Well, I've been a member of that party since 1974. Paid dues ever since. And the direction that they're going now, well, I've got a couple of problems. Number one, at the last county convention, the convention a year ago, they would not let the elected county officials vote for their executive committee. Chuck Height, the sheriff, Shelley, the treasurer, your clerk, and your drain commissioners. Over.
Yeah, county commissioners, all of them.
They wouldn't let them vote. First time in 50 years that I've been involved with the party.
They wouldn't let them vote. Why?
Because they said there's something in the bylaws that says they're not allowed to vote. But why would you deny somebody that puts their name out there and runs for a county office to vote for who the next executive committee would be? So And if you look at what they're doing, they're opposing everything. St. Joe's School millage, Lake Michigan College. I mean, I heard this morning they're one of the top 13 in the country.
Yeah,
number one community college in the state of Michigan for 2 years in a row. How can you attack that? So they're attacking everything, and so I just don't see why they're doing that. It's the power play, and my point is, how many of those people that are in favor of this have ever worked for local government and have ever had to deal with the state of Michigan? I've been dealing with them for years and years and years. There's great people up there, but again, they can't even adopt a budget now. What happens if this goes through and they don't adopt a budget, or they can't agree, and you've got a mixed house up there?
Yeah.
Democrat and Republican Senate versus the House of Representatives. So unfortunately, they are taking an active role in this thing, and I think it's wrong.
Yeah. Does that does it make them? Let me word the question right. Does this potentially put them on the outs as far as a mainstream Republican Party might be? And because I mean, the ultimate goal for a party, Democrat or Republican, is to get like-minded individuals into office.
Absolutely.
They haven't done that.
No. I'm as conservative as anybody in the community. I'm not a far right conservative, but what they're doing does not, in my opinion, reflect, what the Republican values are for. Republican values are for local control. Okay, let's let our people decide. This takes away, again, I keep harping on this.
Yeah.
This takes away the local control of the citizens to determine what form of government they want in their community. If this thing passes, forget about local control. Forget about determining what type of community you want, what type of government services you want.
And breaking it down in a real situation, Hagar Township made the decision to house an ambulance service.
Correct.
Would you have been able to do that had this been in place?
No, because I don't believe the government's going to tell us, okay, we're going to give you $90,000 a year. That's what it costs. And this is the first time we've ever had a paramedic ambulance service in 180 years of Hagar Township, the great state. So there's no guarantee that that Lansing is going to say, okay, here's $90,000, which is what an agreement we had to enter into with the board. There's no guarantee on that.
Yeah.
And there's no guarantee that they're going to give us $250,000 a year to maintain our roads with the road department.
Yeah.
There's no guarantees on that. So.
Yeah. Do you think this gets on the ballot?
I think it will be. The way that everybody's pushing it, and again, who would be opposed to eliminating property taxes?
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds great until you dig into it.
Yeah.
And what's the replacement? And who's going to tell you? And all of a sudden, the state's going to tell you how to live your lives and what services you have. And if somebody wants to put in a renewable energy facility right next to your property and you have no control over that, that's what the state's doing. That's what they did. So
yeah. On the video live stream, we've got a lot of information coming in. Let's see here. We'll start with Chuck Haidt. Sheriff Chuck Haidt says the proposed reimbursement from the state of Michigan is per capita, which would negatively affect Berrien County. We have several lakeshore communities whose second homeowners would not be counted. This also does not have the reimbursement in place for bonds that municipalities and school districts have in place that were voted in by their residents. The state of Michigan is required to have a budget in place. Yeah. Al Pasholka says, let's see here. Sorry, I'm losing control of my mouse. Okay. The state does not have $17 billion in revenue to make it up. Let's see what else. There's a question. AxMITax is a terrible and damaging proposal. That's Steve Cora. Karen. Let's see. And there's other people on here as well. Teresa says that'd be great for no property taxes. True. Yeah. It sounds good.
Sounds great.
No sales tax, no property tax, no estate tax, no capital gains tax, no federal tax.
Well, no, they didn't say that.
No. But if which tax would you want to keep?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, are you going to have to increase sales? Are you going to have to increase income?
Well, and I don't know if it would happen, but if marijuana were to be outlawed again, then you lose that potential. Let's get back to the WSJM morning show. Let's do a Hagar Township update in just a moment here on WSJM.
In the overnight hours will drop down to 57, and then for tomorrow, mostly sunny. Again, high temperatures, middle 80s inland and low 80s right along the lakeshore. I'm WSBT 22 Chief Meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
The Morning Show with Ken and Friends on 94.9 WSJM.
WSJM Morning Show. We are talking with Izzy DiMaggio. He is the supervisor for Hagar Township and a great individual. Thanks for coming in. We appreciate you.
You're welcome. It's always a pleasure to be here, other than getting up in the morning. If we could do this next time at 10 o'clock radio interview, that would be even better.
I will ask our management if we can move the show, the day part.
For 10:30,
once a year isn't bad. You can do that.
That's true. Once a year, once I'm up, yeah.
Let's make this part of our Moody on the Market update. It's brought to you by Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today. They are your local auto owners insurance agency in St. Joseph and in Niles. Hagar Township. You want to give a plug? What do you want to do?
There's two people that are very much more informed than I am that study this.
Because we've been talking about AxMITax this morning. Go ahead.
Two people, Al Pashoka, Peter Kolovas. They know far more than I do. They've studied this. They know the ramifications, the implications. So they're experts in this whole area here.
Yeah,
they can articulate it much better than I can. So for the future or something like that, please consider them.
So you're telling me wake them up and get them here early in the morning. Okay.
Yeah, they're like the vampire. I call them the vampire, the count. I call Peter the count. The guy's up at 4 in the morning, I think, or 3. So
we've been talking a lot about the issue, and by all means, encourage you to get schooled up if you're looking at this issue. The initiative is AxMITax. School up on it, read up on it. The initiative language is available through the state government website. You can also see what other parties are saying about it, but we'll continue to bring you local officials on either side of the issue to come in here and talk about what it would mean and what their positions are on it. But Izzy, let's talk about Hagar Township for just a moment. Give us an update. How are things going?
Things going well. We've got a bunch of things in the hopper here. Two quick things. Number one, we just agreed to move forward with a study of our fire department. Okay.
Yeah.
The wants and needs of our department today, 5 years, 20 years down the road. 5 North Berrien County communities all agreed to hire a firm, Hyman Associates, out of Portage, Michigan, to look at the immediate long-term needs, and also to take a look at the pros and cons of a merger or a consolidation between the North Berrien Fire and Rescue and the Watervliet Fire Department. So we got 5 units of government all agreed. We're going to do a study not to exceed $4,000. So that's coming up.
Maybe elaborate on that. Why are you looking at options here? What's not working currently?
Here's a situation. All across the country, not just locally, there's a shortage of people to serve in fire departments, ambulance, medic one, paramedics, et cetera, et cetera. So we have a problem with that. Also, we got a new fire truck coming in, $880,000. Took 900 days to build. That's where we're on 900 days now.
Wow.
So we want to study about what's our needs going to be. What kind of labor do we need? How do we increase that labor supply? Okay, and then sometimes we'll sell a fire truck for like $20,000 to some small community. Why can't we keep that? Can we refurbish it and so forth? And so those are the things that we're looking at. And for all 5 units to agree on one thing, that's pretty neat too. So
yeah, okay. What else is going on?
Real quick, we've got over 2,000 households in the township, but about 400 of them are unserved or underserved with high-speed internet fiber cable.
Yeah.
So starting this last quarter of the year, MEC Communications Company is going to be providing high-speed internet service to at least 400 households, no cost to the households. Part of this is being paid by some remaining funds from ARPA that was passed by the feds in 2021.
Yep.
We're doing it this quarter. So That's just going to be a big boost for those people that are unserved or underserved.
Okay. And then you're also coming up on October 18th. You've got an open house.
Yeah, that's
public
kinda
safety
neat.
building to
Yeah,
celebrate what?
75-year anniversary of the fire department, first fire department in Hagar Township. It used to be in the Lake Michigan Beach area. All volunteer. So we're going to have a little open house at our fire station.
Very nice. And Hagar Township has not burned down in 75 years.
That's
It's
correct.
still there.
That's correct.
They're
It's
doing
still
a great job.
there. Thank you.
All right. That's our Moody on the Market update for this hour. It's brought to you by Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today. They are your local auto owners insurance agency in St. Joseph and in Niles. It's 7:50 on your Tuesday, September 16th. We'll continue and wrap up our conversation here in a couple of minutes with Izzy DiMaggio. He's the supervisor for Hagar Township. It's all coming up next right here on WSJM.
Rich Brand and Tara Halsey.
Back on the video live stream. It's always good when you're here, Izzy. What's been keeping you busy outside of politics and government?
Play golf once a week. Let's see what else. Do family stuff. Visit my grandkids once a week.
How's the family?
Pardon me?
How's the family? What are how are the grandkids? What are they up to?
Grandkids. I have two grandkids. One's a special need grandkids. She's part of what's called a Miracle League softball program. Have you ever heard of that?
No. What is that?
Oh, that would be a great show.
Miracle
sometime.
League.
Miracle League softball.
All right.
It's for special needs kids. It's in Schoolcraft, just outside of Kalamazoo.
Okay.
They built this field of dreams for kids. So during the fall and the spring, we got probably 6 teams of kids. Each kid has a buddy that helps them. Kids in wheelchairs, they push them around the field. There's a machine set up for those that can't swing a bat.
Yeah.
Press the button, a bat goes, a ball goes, it takes off. Last Saturday they had the Western Michigan baseball team there. Each special needs child has a buddy that takes them around the field and so forth. So that's what's going on with my oldest, and my youngest is playing travel league, and that's crazy all over the place. So
that's great.
That's good.
How's your golf game?
Terrific. Seriously.
You lie.
Because we play the upfront tees.
Oh.
We don't keep score. All right. Hit a bad shot, we hit another one. 2 swings out of the trap, then you throw it. So and then we find a good place to have cocktails and dinner.
Yeah. That's
what we used to do, but now we just pick the restaurant where we want to go. Where we want to have a cocktail and dinner, and then we find a golf course nearby. And after 14 or 15 holes, if it's too hot or something, we just quit. So
yeah,
my game is really, really good.
That's a great way to play. That's a great way to play. Back to Hagar Township news. How's the Bluff project going? What's the latest on that? The erosion.
We had a serious erosion problem at our Hagar Park and Beach. Very popular. One more thing on that.
Yeah.
Very popular. We had an erosion, a major erosion, hired a company out of South Haven, did some vegetation, some water management situations. And right now it's in good shape, $115,000 unanticipated, was not in the budget. So that's another thing is if this thing goes, this Michigan tax, AxMITax goes through, is the state going to give us money for
unexpected needs.
Major project. So that's going very well. We got it fenced off, and the vegetation, everything's getting close to normal.
Do you know? So when is that project called complete? Maybe
it's completed.
It's done.
It's completed.
Okay.
Yeah. Put in fill. Put in storm management system in there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's done.
Okay.
And it's still fenced in. So.
Because that's the only place, that's the best place I could find, Stephanie and I, my wife and I, when we were going out and looking for the Northern Lights. Because you can go down, down the stairs, and I mean, completely dark, so beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
So beautiful, absolutely. But we were afraid the part of the thing was going to slough in, but now not so much.
Yeah, and if you have a dog, it's dog friendly,
Yeah, he's a goat. My dog is a goat, not the greatest of all time. But he's just stubborn.
Keep it on a leash and it's fine.
Yeah, absolutely. And we pick up after him too.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
You appreciate it.
Yeah.
Most people do, really.
Yeah. All right. Back with Izzy in just a moment. It's the WSJM Morning Show.
Authorized dealer.
From the Pat Moody Studios, this is WSJM FM Benton Harbor, St. Joseph, a product of Midwest Family Marketing and Media. Proudly serving our community. The Morning Show with Ken Lundberg on WSJM.
7:54. It's the WSJM Morning Show. Say what you just said again, Izzy.
Pardon me?
Say what you said again.
This is a whole new world. This is a new world to me. I don't leave the house before 10 o'clock if I can help it. So, yeah. But now I'm up and, and the sun's coming out. Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
I don't know what I'm going to do. Our office isn't even open yet.
You want to go play golf?
I'm going to go. No, we don't play golf till the afternoon.
Oh, okay. I can put this on autopilot. You and I would go play golf for an hour.
No, I'm going to go grab some breakfast.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Sophie's or something like that?
Sophie's or the Mason Jar.
Oh, yeah, Mason Jar would be good too. It's 58 degrees in downtown Benton Harbor, 60 degrees in St. Joseph, 59 in South Haven and Dowagiac. It's 56 and 59 in New Buffalo. I'm Ken Lundberg. It's the WSJM Morning Show. Had the extreme pleasure of having Izzy DiMaggio on with us this morning. We've been talking about a slew of issues, but primarily the proposed AxMITax initiative. Whether or not it gets onto the ballot, they're trying to get enough signatures so they can put it on the November 2026 ballot. But there are voices who are saying it's probably not as well thought out or as a good idea as it seems. But Izzy, closing comments, remarks on this?
If we can get our Hagar Township Board to approve a resolution, maybe this could be the start of something. Okay, maybe this can have some implications throughout our small community here in Southwest Michigan. Maybe it can start a movement that, hey, folks, take a good look at this. And if you're counting on the state of Michigan to handle all your needs, the desires and the wants in your community, boy, that's a tough thing to put your faith in.
Yeah, because basically what it would do is direct the state then to funnel more money than it's currently funneling to municipalities, local municipalities.
And if they don't have a budget, then they can't.
Then they can't do
right?
that.
Yeah, they can't do that.
They can't do that. Absolutely. Anything else you want to tell us about Hagar Township?
I don't think so. Things are going well. We got great people. We got a great board, and they're very sensitive to the needs and wants.
Yeah.
Any Hagar Township resident, you come to the meeting at any time you want to say something, I'll let you say something. It's not 2 minutes before or 2 minutes after. If we're voting on a money issue and you want to ask a question, I'll call on you right then. So
love that.
That's our open government there.
That'll be nice. And so you're going to consider a resolution to oppose AxMITax at a future township board meeting. Do you know what date yet? Or when?
I'm hoping to have something ready. Hopefully Peter and Al could help me out here and put some language together. I'm hoping to put it at our next meeting. I think it's the 13th of October.
Just ask AI.
Pardon me?
Just ask artificial intelligence to put it together for you.
Point. Yeah, I never thought of
or tell Al to do that.
Yeah, that's
he's good with the computer.
That's above my head. I'm not in that AI yet. So.
All right. Well, again, we're talking with Izzy DiMaggio. He is the supervisor for Hagar Township, and we've been talking about AxMITax. Again, any voice welcome on the WSJM Morning Show to talk about this. Again, it's a citizen petition initiative to eliminate all residential and commercial property taxes in the state of Michigan. And the township of Hagar is preparing to consider a resolution to oppose AxMITax at a future township board meeting. Stay tuned to WSJM for more information on when and where that might come about. Let's talk baseball for just a moment. We do have the Detroit Tigers later today. They have a home game against the Cleveland Guardians. First pitch is at 6:40 p.m. Who are you following this year?
Cubbies.
Yeah?
I'm born in Chicago. I got to do the Cubbies.
86-64 is their record so far on the season.
Yeah, they got the same record as the Detroit Tigers, and the Tigers are doing well. So
they're one game better than the Detroit Tigers, which makes me cringe.
And Milwaukee Brewers, they're insane.
Oh, man, the Brewers are hot.
30 out of 35 games or something.
They are fantastic. And then right up there, White Sox.
Yeah. The
White Sox, by the way, are 57 and 94. 94.
The third year in a row of 100 losses, I'm afraid.
That's going to be something else. All right.
And unfortunately, I'm a Bears fan too. So
that was too bad.
All these guys that are pounding on us from that beating that the Lions put on us, not unexpected, but this is going to be a long season again.
But welcomed nonetheless. Yeah. No, we appreciate it. Because Detroit Lions, we are your official Detroit Lions radio station as well.
I understand that. Right. I know that. 94.9, right?
All right.
Yeah, I understand that.
We've got more coming up. It's the WSJM Morning Show. Sorry, I'm going to let another one of my guests in. So just a moment. But the forecast for today, it's going to be a beautiful day, mostly sunny, a high around 86 degrees. Tonight's forecast, mostly clear, a low of 57. Winds out of the north becoming east at 5 miles per hour this evening. Wednesday's forecast mostly sunny, a high of 86. Thursday, mostly sunny, a high of 87. Friday, partly cloudy, a 20% chance of rain late in the day, a high around 85 degrees. But still, it's going to be an okay weekend. Only a 20% chance of showers on Saturday, 30% chance of showers on Sunday. The high both days probably around 78 degrees. Turn the corner into Monday. It's going to be partly sunny, another chance of showers, and a high around 80. Right now, we've got the latest world and national news from ABC. It's 8 o'clock.
From ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. The man the FBI says killed conservative activist